everyone, so I hope you enjoyed that video tutorial. Let me go ahead and talk through the layout that I created of me and my best friend Bona. So I used an 8x8 size craft card chipboard in the back, and I layered down some of the Prima Romantique paper from this 8x8 paper stack. I really love this collection. It's from last year, but it's still beautiful, and I really love the shabby chicness and vintage springy feel to the paper collection. So I used a few sheets from that paper collection, and I layered one piece down to the chipboard and used my Distress It All to distress the edges. And then I layered another piece of the design paper on top of that, and I used my Tim Holtz paper distresser to really distress the edges quite a bit and curl the pieces up so it has that distressed look. And then I did a lot of layering. I cut these circles out with the design paper using my Grand Circles Nestabilities, my Grand Dies by Spellbinders. And then I layered on some of these paper doilies that I sprayed with Lindy Stamp Gang's Opal Sea Oats Starburst spray to give it that kind of distressed vintage look. And then all of the wood pieces that I'm using are by Kaisercraft. This one is from a Flourish set, and this one here is from this doily set here. And then this right here is a Prima Shabby Chic Treasure from this set here. And these take to the Starburst sprays so nicely. So it used to be just this white, plain white color, and then I added some of the Opal Sea Oats. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it gives it a really nice vintage look. Some of the micas sit right into the crevices, so it gives it that nice vintage look, almost antique-ish. And the flowers here, the 3/4 inch flowers, are by I Am Roses, and I also sprayed those up with the Opal Sea Oats Starburst spray. And back here is a chipboard piece that comes from the Fairy Flora collection by Prima. It's the 12x12 chipboard sticker set, and you can tell I just used that one right there, and I was pretty much hoarding this whole thing. I forgot it was in my stash. But I added that back there, and then I layered on top the doily wood piece by Kaisercraft. And then as for the products from Karla S001, you'll see here that I have some of the pearl spray. It looks like this. And I added some back behind the layers to add an additional layer and some more, some additional dimension and interest to the layout. And then this is one of the butterflies from Karla's store, and I love her nylon butterflies, you guys. She has such a variety in different sizes and colors, and so pretty. I love them. And then over here I have a Prima flower, and then I have one of the Angel Brown Vintage Colored Cameos from Karla's store as well. And then these flowers here, this one is so beautiful. It's part fabric, part mulberry paper. It's a really pretty flower. I have a couple of those here, and then I have the Juliana Porcelain Ribbon Center flowers in all white. It's one of my favorite flowers, and I have those clustered alongside there. And then these are really fun. These come from this bunch here, and these are fun for layering and just adding some additional weight to your layout just randomly. And I just spread them out randomly. You can see they're here, 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 and I have one by the butterfly and over here. I just took my hot glue and just kind of put them down in random places. And that's pretty much my layout. Oh, down here, let me show you the trim, I'm sorry. So down here we have the sheer trim. I really love this. It's a sheer gathered trim. Very pretty. It's in a cream color. And what I like about these trims is you can easily add some pearls or some bling or whatever you want to do right through the center, and you can use that to line your pages or your layout, etc. How I used it was to line the bottom of my layout here. So I have the trim, and I used my hot glue to lay that down, and then I added the pearl trim, which by the way is not flat on one side, it's dimensional on both sides, which makes it really fun. So all I did was just run a strip of hot glue and just push down the trims all the way down. It stays really nice. One thing I did want to mention, because I've been putting a few layout videos out, or people are asking me what's the name of the white tape that I used to put on the back of my design paper to lay it down on the chipboard. I used the Suquan tape, or it's called score tape, and you can buy this in different sizes from an 1/8 of an inch all the way up to 2 inches, maybe even bigger, I think. But I buy mine on eBay. And I'll have all of the information that on this layout up on my blog, so you want to go ahead and check it out there. But this is very similar to redline tape. It's very, very sticky, but I use this because it covers more real estate. The redline tape that I have, the thickest I have is like half an inch. I'm sure you could probably buy it in thicker inches, but this was the largest tape that I have in my stash, so I try to use what I have. So anyways, that is my layout, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Visit Karla's Etsy at karlas001.etsy.com. Have a great weekend. Bye.